Hey guys, Kevin and Connor from the Bottle Shop and McEwen here. Just wanted to taste some of these barrel-aged Smokestack Series from Boulevard together. We saved up a few of them together so that we could taste them all at the same time, kind of compare and contrast. Just filmed a little bit of everything in terms of us talking about it while we're tasting it and some of our notes on it. And we're going to share that video with you, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. And cheers, appreciate you.
I will say too, in 2013 they were bought by Duvel.
Gotcha.
Giant Belgian brewery.
That explains the Belgian influence.
Yeah,
right?
so I'm sure that they have plenty of resources if they want to make good Belgian beer.
Yeah, plenty of barrels, I'm sure, and all that stuff to go around.
So
I wouldn't have expected that. I didn't know that Boulevard had any kind of Belgian influence whatsoever. They were owned like that. But
and Duvel bought them specifically to be the American arm of their branding, so to speak.
Makes sense.
So.
I mean, it doesn't seem like they've probably changed a ton. Doesn't seem like people are mad at Boulevard, you know what I mean?
I think Duvel's doing it right.
Yeah, they're cool. Everybody's cool with them, right?
Yeah, so apparently they were the largest brewery in the state of Missouri until Anheuser-Busch sold to InBev in 2008.
Really?
Largest brewery in terms of the barrels being produced, I think.
So bigger than Anheuser-Busch.
They're bigger than Anheuser-Busch, which is located in St. Louis. Until 2008, again.
That seems crazy, though.
Yeah. I don't know how that makes
Considering
sense.
I'd never heard of them until a year ago or 2 years ago.
I think their focus has definitely been more Western than Eastern, I will say. Because from being from Idaho, I knew who they were.
Yeah.
We didn't get a ton of their beers out there. But
All Belgian inspired?
supposedly. This doesn't seem like it is, but
I mean,
these two.
but this is still a bourbon barrel age, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all barrel aged.
What's this? No, this is bourbon barrel aged. What's this one? This one is like multiple barrels, right?
So that's 40%. I think it's their Imperial Stout, and then 60% the Bourbon Barrel Quad.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So 40% is not barrel aged. 60% is.
I believe first opened, they bought an old brewing system from a Bavarian brewery in Germany that had shut down.
With the quad, which actually surprises me that that's the lowest ABV. The color of this quad is not what we expected it to be. We expected it to be much darker. I did, at least right off the bat. The nose of it, it's very sweet. You definitely get the bourbon barrel age kind of scent from it.
That apple. What are we talking about?
Yeah, you called it out immediately. Apple's like kind of this like cooked apple kind of
Caramel covered apples.
yes,
Kind of thing.
like a caramel fried apples or something
Where you
like
take
that.
like the spicy apples out of an apple pie.
Yes, exactly. Definitely that spiced woody character.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't strike me as 11.2 right off the bat.
No. I mean, it's kind of bright right off the get-go. A lot of heat on it, but not in an unpleasant way.
No, not an overwhelming.
Yeah, still very smooth though at the same time.
The more I drink this, or the more it warms up, or both, vanilla is just like the star like flavor for me. You know what I mean, it's all I'm tasting right now is vanilla.
Yeah.
Like a burnt vanilla, but vanilla.
It's like a really thick cream soda kind of vibe almost.
Yeah.
Without being too sweet though. It's not too sweet. It's right at the top there.
It's like the flavors I wish I got out of anything aged in a coconut rum cask.
Yeah.
I hate rum cask aged stuff for that reason. It's always so sweet. There are certain flavors I like from it, but it's always so freaking sweet. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
This is not that. This has all the good spice, wood, and all that flavor. A little buttery almost, but it's not.
Yeah. Right off the get-go. A lot of heat on it, but not in an unpleasant way.
No, not an overwhelming.
Yeah, still very smooth though at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Spice, kind of sweet around the edge of the palate.
All these guys are pretty big guys. This is a 12%. It's a rye ale, aged in Templeton rye barrels, as we said. I don't know the time frame, how long they're aging it, but long enough, I'm sure. I have had this one before, like I said before. I've had this one. I took this one home, but the other ones, if I tasted them, I just tasted small samples of them. I did not take one home. But I like everything Boulevard does, so I'm willing to bet that I'm going to like everything they've got here.
Nose isn't as strong on this one. You still get that kind of wood character, but a little floral note to it too, almost.
Yeah, not as bright.
Yeah.
More earthy. Spice.
Very similar in color, but a little cloudier.
Yeah, definitely hazy. You got the sediment floating around in there. I remember this already, just from the first time I drank it. Like, as you drink it, you start to get this, I start to get this, like, buildup of cinnamony kind of flavor, you know? Like when you're eating like Red Hots or something like that, and over time it becomes so strong in the back of your throat.
Because the first sip felt very clean, but as I drink it, there's more and more that seems to be left behind.
It's like a slow build.
Yeah.
But I drank it with some Sazerac or something. I don't know.
That's the way to do it.
I didn't have any
Seems
Templeton at home.
I was looking at the Smokestack series. It's all supposed to be Belgian inspired, at least when they first launched it in 2007. However, I don't really know what kind of dark ale, strong ale. I'm not sure what they were going for the rye on rye, other than being a rye ale.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really fit the typical description of your Belgians, right?
Yeah. I'm not familiar with how Belgian breweries might have used rye, if at all.
And I don't know a rye ale of theirs otherwise, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times they just take what they're already making and say, let's barrel age it, you know what I mean? Everybody likes this beer, this rye ale of ours, let's just barrel age it, and, you know, and make it part of that limited series and make it high ABV and stuff like that, you know, because we can do. But I've never had any rye ale from them. I've never had anything else of theirs of that variety. It does make it probably more drinkable.
Yeah.
At 13%.
And honestly,
13.7. This is just a rye bomb. You know what I mean? It's a rye beer and a rye barrel. It's just rye, you know?
All around.
Which is great. I love rye. It's an awesome thing. But it just doesn't, we could have just left, you know what I mean? Done these guys together. Yeah. And, you know what I mean? Nobody thinks these three are necessarily a recommended drink together. Trio.
Now that this is warmed up, I'm getting a lot more like of a candied citrus, but it's still not super sweet.
Like the barrel stands out a lot more now.
Yeah, I see that too. Yeah.
The whiskey sweetness, you know.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's where that candied part comes in, you know. And with the rye, I mean, you get that spice and you get that kind of zest out of it, that citrus zest. But I almost get it sounds weird. It's like a sweet tangerine, but it's not tart and it's not overwhelming either. It's very subtle, almost like a juicy character.
I can see what you're saying. It's almost got like a beachy kind of quality to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't drink it on the beach.
No.
I really like this Templeton rye barrel aged rye more than I did the first time. I feel like the first time I drank it, I remember being like, you know what? I didn't love that.
Yeah.
And I thought I would because I'm such a rye fan. And maybe it is. Maybe it's mellowed a little bit. Maybe it is because it's a couple months old.
Yeah,
I bought this when we had it, right? We haven't had it again.
And I think it was like November or December when I got it.
Yeah, so it's like maybe 6 months age, technically, whereas these guys are 2 or 3 months old, maybe. The rye is really good. Bourbon barrel aged is one thing. Rye barrel aged is a whole different thing. I think that people are intimidated by that term and just saying rye on rye. I think scares the hell out of those people.
Right. It's definitely something that, while it is this heavy alcohol-driven beer on paper, it doesn't necessarily come off
No,
that
it
way.
doesn't drink like it. I feel like it now, but it didn't feel like it before. It's funny, the head is kind of creamy, but it's not grippy at all. It just runs right down the side.
And the nose on it, too, it's like vanilla.
I mean, this one, this is the one I tasted for sure. I mean, it's just crazy. It's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Definitely got some sweetness, like some.
I even get a little very light, but hazelnut.
Yeah, like this nutty. God, it just reminds me of like aged wines, like ports and stuff like that. A little bit, you know what I mean? Not the same exactly, you know what I mean? But that kind of nutty sweetness. That one I can believe is 13.7% alcohol, 100%. Don't doubt that whatsoever.
Very warm, well-rounded.
Yeah.
Chocolatey. I can think of a creamy milk chocolate kind of character too, with
malt balls,
Yeah.
milk duds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Dry on the tongue. Yeah, Whoppers.
Yeah.
It's like a dark chocolate for sure, like a bitter dark chocolate, not a milky chocolatey, not your milk stout chocolate.
No, not like that. No. Like yeah, you get that. You still get kind of that vanilla
Milk
nutty.
duds, but covered in dark chocolate.
Yeah. Pretty sure too that this is 60% Bourbon Barrel Quad and 40% Imperial Stout.
Which is crazy, to think. I mean, I definitely get the stout of it.
Yeah.
Side by side, I can see it. Separated by the rye on rye, I can't.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't see these two being, but no, I can totally see that now.
You can pick up similarities, but the way that the stout, even though and they probably did this on purpose, they probably played with a lot of different blends before they picked what they wanted, but the stout still kind of overpowers the quad character a little bit.
It's kind of interesting. It's like, when somebody says something and like when you're tasting a wine or something like that, and somebody's like, all right, you're going to taste this. Well, you're going to taste it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's this muscle memory. Like they put that thought in your head. It's kind of like the same thing. Like you drink this and then you drink this and then you tell somebody, oh, this is in that. And then you drink this again and you start to see similarities between them. Like the appley flavor and everything I was getting before is much less.
Yeah, as these warm up.
This kind of like bitter sweetness, not the same word, like two separate words, bitterness and sweetness stands out, which is, reminiscent of that one. This one's definitely like a cherry red, like a dark cherry, and more like cherry flavor as it warms up,
A little bit of tartness,
Yeah, not like a overly tart.
Yeah.
This is good though. I mean, you can tell there's something weird about it, like the fact that it's a blend of two beers. It's almost like something feels like it's flavored, or something, right? Like it doesn't taste, I guess, like any other beer that I've had.
It doesn't feel fully one thing or the other, but that's not meant in a bad way either. Like it's kind of exciting to drink it. Like there's just a lot going on, and you can choose to focus on one side or the other.
It almost reminds me of drinking like a black and blue, like a black and tan.
Yeah.
Because it does. It tastes like two beers more mixed together, but it's not like it's separating either. You know what I mean? Or like it's just now mixing. It's like very well balanced.
There's a lot going on without it feeling overwhelming. So
I've never had their Imperial Stout either, have I?
No, and I don't know what they do about packaging it because I've never seen it available.
I need to try their Imperial Stout now.
Oh wait, so we had their barrel aged whiskey stout on tap that one time. That was incredible. It was very good. That was really, really good.
So
I don't know.
Stout.
I don't know if it's the same one.
So
Seems
I feel like this is a really good stout. Like watery in consistency, not a bad way. It does make it probably more drinkable.
Yeah.
At 13%.
Honestly, like
13.7.
That's the great thing about these kinds of beers, though. Is just you could drink it over the course of an hour or two, and each time you have it, it's a different beer.
Flavors develop, though. Like you give it time, you're gonna taste some different stuff. We're drinking this, and it's probably up to 65 degrees, 70 degrees in terms of temperature. I mean, we're appreciating different things out of this beer than we were when it was 45 degrees, let's say. I don't think they give you a recommended temperature to enjoy at, right?
Most of these, I would suggest like between 50 and 55.
I would treat them like a stout, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't get them super, super cold, or even if you do, let them warm up a little bit before you drink them. You shouldn't drink this in 15 minutes. You should be able to say, I started drinking this at 45 degrees. I ended up drinking it at 65 degrees. It should warm up over the course of when you drink it. This is like sitting down and having a glass of bourbon, like you're going to sit there and you're going to drink it for a little bit and you're going to appreciate it. That's the idea, at least. That's what they made it for. That's what they want you to do. They don't want you to just crush them. Good to taste these side by side.
Yeah.
That's an interesting. This guy does not fit in.
No.
Sorry.
It is good.
It is very good, but it's
I mean, anything about that.
It's a different thing.
Different. We probably should have ended on this.
I'm sure that we'll have more Smokestack stuff coming through. I don't know if there's more stuff in the pipeline directly, but I don't think we have any of these left, obviously. There are very few and far between. There's only a little bit of them that comes in, so I mean, definitely the kind of thing you should snack when you can. Definitely the kind of thing I'm going to continue to collect and drink. Maybe even age some of these. I think that something like that Grand Cru would be really cool age just because it's got so much flavor profile to it. Be interesting to see what that did.
They even
over
date
a year or two, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, and they even date on the bottle the best buy, which with beers like this you can age for quite some time. They're giving it 3 years, 5 years on some of them.
Oh, are they actually giving it?
Yeah. So like this guy here says best buy January 16 of 2020.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
You
So
got-
you got some time for
yeah.
it.
And even something like this, it'll hold up if you want to go a little longer.
One of these videos, you know, it's kind of the idea of being able to share what we're getting to drink with you guys and talk about that stuff. And you know, there's no release involved here. There's nothing that I can sell you that goes in line with these. There's none of the Smokestack series in stock, but you know, not everybody gets to try these things, and these are just cool beers that it's fun to talk about, and hopefully we would talk to a bunch of people that shop about it. You know what I mean? I'll be surprised actually, probably who comes in is like, oh yeah, I had that one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I always am to be surprised. I'm surprised to hear, you know, what people are coming back looking for. Sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily you get to know what you think somebody likes in terms of what their drinking habits are, and then all of a sudden they throw a curveball at you. So
Yeah.
these are definitely all kind of curveball beers. So
This guy here, I think, is available a little bit more often.
Yeah.
These guys were pretty limited releases, but this one you should be able to see multiple times per year.
Yeah.
Um,
and we've got other Boulevard stuff on the shelf. I think, what is it called? Lincoln Up or something like that
Hop
is a
Dust
new
IPA.
IPA that we've got, which is very good. I did try that already. That one's a really good one. We usually have like the Tank 7 and stuff like that come through every once in a while on the
which I
call.
think is also part of the Smokestack series.
I mean, keep an eye out for more of this stuff coming through. Hopefully we'll have more of it. We'll definitely bring it in when we have the opportunity to.
Yeah.
I don't think we get an opportunity for kegs of this very often, Ed.
Yeah. Thanks for making this beer, Boulevard.
Thanks, Boulevard. We appreciate it.
The best.
We're going to drink it again sometime.
It's not the last time. For sure.
I mean, if you guys tell us it's the last time, then I guess it's the last
I
time.
mean, yeah, it really is up to you. If you stop making the beer,
We have no control over that. Great branding, too.
Honestly,
I say
yeah.
so myself. My favorite thing ever from any brewery is to have the same label and make them all different. And this is exactly that. Whatever adhesive they use is garbage. I will say that. I don't really care about it, but it's incredible how much these labels peel off.
oh yeah.
Like they have the worst labeling ever in terms of like sticker. Like that's nothing, you know. Most of these you gotta put like white vinegar on to get the stuff off.
Oh, shoot.
So yeah. Other than all right, guys. Well, I think that's it for me and Connor. We're pretty much out of beer at this point. We've drank all this stuff. Hopefully, if you guys got to try these beers, we'll come by the shop and talk to us about them after you see the video and stuff. We'd love to kind of talk shop with you a little bit and see what you thought about these and see if we can argue or something like that if we all disagree. But until then, see you next time. This is it for us, and we'll have something cool to open next time, hopefully. Cheers.